because a lot of people thought or still do think, no, they don't think. They thought that some things that they just do are normal. These people do, these things do not have consequences. But after playing these games and trying to explain to them the concept behind it, and that choices do have consequences, and these consequences do lead to this and this and the other, it got to a conversational kind of a point where they were interested in knowing, so if we actually do this, or if can we do this and this in order for us to change who we are and who people think that we are. So I can say greatly, it has really changed people because it has started a conversation. And with change, it always needs something to start.
So hi guys.
Hi.
Welcome to our space. This is the Power Space podcast. Yeah, karibuni. So just a quick introduction, profiling yourself. You are two of you. If there was a gent, I could have said ladies first. Yeah, but anyway, introduce yourself, your names, where you are from.
Good evening. My name is Khasandra. I'm from Mombasa YMCA.
Good evening. Beatrice Graham. I'm from Naivasha YMCA branch.
Okay, nice one. So we're here because of the climate games, and there are some games that we've designed. But before we go deep into the games and everything that we've designed, there's a term that I've just mentioned, and to someone it's something very new, climate games. So one of you can briefly tell us what are these climate games that we've just mentioned?
Okay, so with climate games, it's whereby we've gamified climate change. We've used games to explain the different ways that climate has been affecting human beings and what it's still doing and how much it is costing people with or without their knowledge. So it's just a fun way of explaining or teaching people how climate games is affecting their daily lives.
Okay, Cassandra, and when did you first get to of the climate games, and how did your involvement into this whole project come about?
Okay. The first year was in 2024, 2 years back. On my perception, I just feel like I feel free in this. Yeah.
Okay, so you heard about the climate games in 2024.
Yeah.
So was it in Mombasa YMCA? Was it in a workshop? Or were you just having a conversation with someone, then that person mentioned climate games? Or exactly how did you get to hear of the climate games and then got to join actively into that?
Okay,
project?
Actually, from the branch, from the Mombasa.
You had it
That's
from
when
there.
yeah.
Okay, so was it through one of your the many youth fellowship?
Youths.
Or the youths were gathered, then you heard about the project. Okay, nice one. So what was happening in your life or community at that time that made that whole project and the climate games concept relevant or more familiar or more understandable in your perspective? Was there something that was actively happening in your community? Let's say maybe litters. There was a lot of litter in the neighborhood. So when when you heard about the climate games, that whole concept and idea became more relevant to you.
Okay. What I can say is that in Mombasa, there's a certain dam site in Mwakironge. So that made me to think more of the climate change in Mombasa.
Okay, nice one. So coming to Jihami. Okay, first there are two games that you are talking about. So Cassandra, do you briefly, 1 minute, tell us about your game, then you also tell us about your game.
Okay, my game is about the climate smart cards, which there are two cards, the question cards the answer cards.
Okay.
Just simple.
Just there's an answer card and a question
And a
card.
question card, right?
Okay, nice. Well, simple. Right.
Ours is called Jihami. With Jihami, it's
Jihami, that's a Swahili word.
Jihami, like it can be broken down, or it has like several meanings. One, it means like you have to prepare yourself in something like jikinge Jihami, something of the sort, something playful, just something interactive. And it's all about making chess more fun, playing with the chessboard, and also putting solutions and problems in the same place, where you can actually create conversations and also think critically on what more you can do to change the situations that you're facing in your community. So it is just it is derived from the chess perspective of the chess game, and you can play it in two ways: the master way, that is the chess way, and for the beginners and the rookies, that is the checkers way. So it is basically very fun, interactive, and to some people they can say it's challenging, but as we all know, many people like something that is a bit challenging to know.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So interesting. We have two games. We have the card games, where it's basically one card has the question and another one has the answer. Then we have the Jihami game, which from my understanding has drawn inspiration from chess and checkers games. Okay, nice one. So a question to both of you. So was there a specific time that you got a training, something like a MasterCard or a conversation that you had so that you begin now the development of the games? Did you go any workshop, any training, or where did that process or the ideation process of the games start from?
I would say personally, there was already a workshop that was created or they attended. In that workshop, they were told on what to make sure they attach, what to include when making a game. So when it came to the making of the game and the concept behind the game, they had to correlate. And so let's say it was derived from the workshop and still the creativity between 2 or 3 or more people. So,
okay. Wait, before you go to Cassandra, you've said 2 or more 3 people. So you are not the only one in this whole ideation process of the Jihami game.
No, I'm not the only one. And in order for the Jihami game to be called Jihami, it needs a couple of many people.
It's a different.
It's yes. You need to get to listen to different people. You need to also get to hear how different people think, depending on different situations. And you also need to know what exactly affects different people. So in order for the game to be complete, it needs all those pieces together, just like a chess game. You need so many pieces to be moving around in order for it to be complete. So it is not 1 or 2 people. It has to be something that is derived and moved from and by the community.
Okay. So any 2 cents on that, Cassandra? Did you attend the workshop, any training before you started the whole ideation process of the game?
True. Okay. We came in Nairobi. We were trained for like a week, I guess. Then we were given some tools on how to create a game. Then from there, I came up with a game.
Okay, nice one. I've loved that last part. You came up with a game. So, focusing on that, before this whole thing and whole process began, had you seen yourselves as game designers before this, or it's this project that gave you that identity? Because as for now, you can call you game developers. So before that, did you have that ideation or that imagination to call yourselves that, or it's the project that gave you that identity?
I think with the project, it kind of made me personally to think more of myself. With the different tools that you were given, you got to create one game And from that one game, you got a lot of other concepts. So it is very easy for me and for anybody who attended the workshop to come up with a different game. Because right now it's already like a concept that has already been rooted inside us. So it's, you never know. You are more than what you think.
Exactly. So, Cassandra, this question is for you. Then you'll answer it with the Jihami concept. So, when you are designing this game, was there a specific target group for that game?
Mine was all about the youths, actually.
So the
universities, the schools.
So the target group was the youths. Then, what was the target solution for the game? I know you mentioned it before when you mentioned about the dam site. So, what was now the exact ideal solution that you had in mind for this game to solve?
Okay. Neza sema, like kwa Mombasa, kuna the street kids. So on my side, I tried to let them know, so as they cannot go out and maybe make crimes outside, steal, do a lot of things outside.
Okay, got it. So it was more of part of the target group and solution was youths who are maybe at high risk of maybe committing crimes.
Exactly.
Okay, great. And what about Jihami? What was the target group and solution for this?
With Jihami, it's broad. You can say that it kind of had a target group, and at the same time he did it because when the game was created, the two types of game, the game versions, that is the checkers and the chess. It catered for those people who knew how to play chess and who didn't know how to play chess, and still giving the opportunity to anybody who's interested in knowing how to play it. The game itself is not chess. The board is different. The pieces maybe are the same, or a few pieces have been removed. But with critical thinking and the problems that we put inside the game boards, we kind of wanted people to engage, interact, and know that these things do affect people in real life. So it did have an audience and a target, and at the same time it was just supposed to be fair for the people.
Okay, nice one. So far you've created the games. Maybe you already have a prototype, and maybe you've already tested it on the ground with your target people. So a question to both of you is, have you noticed anything different after the youths interacted with the games? Did you notice anything different about how the youths engage with the game, with you solving the problems that you wanted, versus the traditional ways on how we used to tackle maybe such issues of targeting youths who are vulnerable to, i.e., committing crimes? So have you noticed any difference between them interacting with the game and making the difference versus the traditional ways, i.e., calling them to a workshop, sitting them down, giving them a long lecture? Is there any difference that you've noticed? Cassandra?
Okay, on my side about my climate smart cards, I can say there is no difference because we went to Makirunge. We really based on the youth in the dump site. We managed to call like were they 15? Around 15 to 20 youth, right?
Yeah, 16.
Around that number of youth. And to my surprise, they all loved our games.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't feel if there's anything.
Okay. I think you've not got my answer, but I'll explain it. My question, but I'll explain it. But you've perfectly answered it. Okay. And what about Jihami?
I'd say there's a difference because a lot of people thought or still do think, no, they don't think. They thought that some things that they just do are normal. These things do not have consequences. But after playing these games and trying to explain to them the concept behind it, and that choices do have consequences, and these consequences do lead to this and this and the other, it got to a conversational kind of a point where they were interested in knowing, so if we actually do this, or if can we do this and this in order for us to change who we are and who people think that we are. So I can say greatly it has really changed people because it has started a conversation. And with change, it always needs something to start.
Okay. So, Cassandra, helping you understand the question more. You said people, after the youths engaged with the game, they really enjoyed the process. So for me, I think that's a difference compared to the normal workshop where you go sit down for a 5-hour session, listen to someone, you're sleeping. Other than your game where you get the cards, you play, you fight for fun, and So one last question on that still. So after the youths engaged in both your games, did you see any possibilities of the players or the youths turning into advocates of whatever you wanted them to know and advocate for? Did you see any signs or any hope for that?
Yes, greatly. And this was almost during the final part of the research and introducing the games to the larger society. It started conversations about policies that needed to be implemented and still needed to be emphasized on. Because from their part, they're saying that they're doing this much, but they do not see as if their much is being rewarded. Yes. So the conversations and the stirring up, and it also led to them saying that they'll have to go back and look and also ask about these policies and what exactly needs to be changed and how they are planning to enforce them even more. So I want to say that was a very positive feedback from them, and it was something that derived from them themselves. Depending from what we actually gave them, they're the ones who are trying to push it. So you can only see the little that we give. They are reciprocating it in a very greater and a larger way. So it was really nice.
Okay, nice one. So let's go to the challenges, because definitely but maybe I may be wrong, you did not encounter any challenges during the whole building and building process of the game. So what was the hardest part for you? Okay, let's start with Cassandra. What was the hardest part that you actually faced while designing these games that maybe you never thought you'd encounter in this whole process?
The language barrier. I didn't think if it could be the big problem.
Okay, so what about language barrier?
My cards, I wrote them in English form. And the people, like the youths out there, they don't understand that English. Get?
Okay.
So on my side, I found it very hard.
Okay. I also relate with that, because I think you are also the region where you are testing your game.
It's in Mombasa.
It's Mombasa, and Swahili is the largely spoken language. Okay, that's a good thing to note. And what about Jihami? Any challenges that you guys encountered during the whole process?
Yeah, we can say to add on what Cassandra said, language barrier. The region that you were testing the game was mostly dominated. It's in Mombasa, so it is a Swahili speaking place. And translating English to Kiswahili at times, you can lose the original meaning of what you wanted to say. And then on top of that, chess, or the whole concept of chess, is taken to be for the elites, if I may say that. So you or us going to the ground or to the basic levels to try and tell people that it's not a must for it to be for the elites. You're also an elite in your own way. We are trying to explain something that might and is going to change you and your life and your whole lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because once you start something and once you're already interested in something, you cannot lose that interest for no reason. So it was kind of challenging at first trying to explain how the game and the rules go, because it's different rules for checkers, different rules for chess.
Yeah.
And implementing that, you had to keep on and keep on. Like, patience was a virtue you had to acquire. So, but at the end of it all, it was definitely worth it.
Okay, nice one. So far in this whole conversation that we have had, which we are coming to a conclusion, is you've interacted with a lot of young people during the whole testing and to the so far where you are at with the games. And I'm also pretty sure you've also interacted with not so young people and some quite old people.
True.
So here comes the question now. So what feedback how did you handle the feedback from the young players versus the feedback from the elders, or we can call them the decision makers in the society, in the community? Were they pulling you in different direction from the one? Because when you are giving them the games, there's a subconscious direction that you wanted to take them. So maybe for the elders, were there instances where they wanted to take you to a different direction other than the one you had intended? And what are the differences that you noticed between the young ones and the elders during the playing of the games? You can start with Jihami. Cassandra started to.
So with Jihami, for the younger generation or the younger people, it was sort of intriguing. They wanted to learn. But the problem was, in as much as you want to learn, we couldn't explain the whole concept at the same time and during that stage. It was kind of challenging because the repetition, and as I said, you had to acquire patience as a virtue. With the older generation, it was more of a, why are you giving me all this? But at the same time, later on when they were playing between the stakeholders and the people for the community, they all became, or they all joined in together, and you could see them, in as much as they do not understand, they wanted to learn, even though at the same time it was, you could really feel the tension, and it is like a bother, because you all had to repeat for the young people, and when the young people understand, the older people don't understand, so you have to repeat for the older people, and the young people, they'll be like, you're wasting my time, because they already,
they have to wait for the old
exactly.
people to,
But generally, we could say it was a challenge, but at the same time, it was something that we needed to learn, because we
for you as the game developers.
Exactly, because it made us find ways to simplify the concept and how to explain it faster to save time for both
parties.
For both participants. So, yeah.
Okay, makes sense. Cassandra, any such challenges in the?
I think it's still the same as Jihami one.
Okay, nice one. So, final conversational part in our conversation is the digitalization of these games and the digital future of this game. So, are there any plans for you guys to digitalize your games? Because so far I've seen the Jihadi game, it's more of a tangible thing, and also the climate games, it's more of tangible things. So, any plans to make them accessible, maybe via a phone, laptop, digitally?
Yes.
Plans are going.
Okay.
Plans are coming.
Okay. You also have to acquire that patience virtual.
Yeah, the virtue.
Okay, it's nice. So, what would it look like? Do you have any rough idea of how you'd want it to maybe look like? Or so far, it's a bit early for.
we could say it's a bit early, or I could say it's a bit early, but the general view or the end product that you're looking forward towards, it's they just download it, learn as they play, and most definitely enjoy it.
Okay, nice one. So, beyond digitalization, where do you personally see this game in, let's say, 5 years? Let's give it an election term. So, in the next 5 years, where do you see your games, Jihami and both Climate Guns? Cassandra?
I can see mine very far. Obvious.
And young men. Okay, nice one.
I would love to see Jihami, one of those games that is most played and downloaded. And I would love to see change that comes from within the game, from the conversations that people have when they're playing it. I would really love to see some progress that everybody will be like, hey, that game did a number on me. I did not know this and this. I did not know climate game was this extensive. So I would really love to see a very big impact that will have been created from the games and by the games. Yes.
Nice one. So you got involved in this through the YMCA.
Yeah.
So what would you say the YMCA has impacted you through this game, and what is your message to maybe the youths what is your message to the youths who are maybe getting to know about the YMCA and would maybe want to know more about the YMCA?
I would say curiosity first will help them in lots and lots of ways. In YMCA, you dedicate three things, three T's, as they say: your talent, your time, and your treasure. YMCA is very good to you when you reciprocate the same. If you invest in something, it always finds a way to invest itself back to you. You'll get to learn so many things from YMCA. You'll be involved in so many activities, and you'll find opportunities out there that you never knew about. And it's never a loss when you want something. And they will definitely not regret it. Yeah.
Sandra, you to sense?
Similar the same.
Okay. Okay, so guys, thank you for coming. Hope the next time in the office we'll get to have a conversation more and also get to know about the progress of your games and how the impact that they're making outside there. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you too.